What's up everyone? Before we get into the match and commentary, we just wanted to give some background to this video series. For decades, me and my brother have been making fully customised teams each year a new FIFA title releases. These teams and players are often comical to look at and the names are even better. Over the years, these players have become folklore to us. We hope as we release more videos from other FIFA titles that they become exactly the same for you. This won't be Premier League standard gameplay and there won't be a Trivella in sight, but we do assure you it will be funny, hopefully. So join Kevin, Sav and our lovely pitchside reporter Len Orange on our mission to make FIFA content with a comedic twist. This is Gantry Gaffes.
Welcome to Gantry Gaffes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gantry Gaffes TV today. Got a wonderful match between Empoli and ASSE of France. Of course, Saint Etienne. Is that Phil Mitchell? The referee is Phil Mitchell, quite possibly. Sorry, getting a bit worked up there. It's a bit of a celebrity. The crowd looking excellent. And I believe that's Empoli's new winger, Richie Sausage Muck. Guys are looking ready to get... And actually, the player to watch today is Leandro Del Buna. He's a midfielder. He's 41 and he is 6'2". And there he is there. We're next to Jonjo Rigor Mortis. Both looking very stone and quite nervous here. The cameraman's getting a bit too close, I would say. Nice pleasantries here between ASSE and the home team. This Phil Strogdump there. Kiafart and, like I said, the new winger Sausage Muck. And just shortly we're going to begin to getting into the teams. Just quickly, Sav, how are you feeling about the game today?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm hyped for this game today. Two closely matched teams. I think this is going to be a belter.
In goal we have Rog Hogg. And then the defence is Kiafart, Strogdump, Cranberry and Vladimir Eghorn. The midfield sees Del Buna, George King, Rigor Mortis and Sausage Muck. And up front is Arnie Pump and Terry Guff. Of course, they've got Chumba and Edgar Wank. In goal for ASSE, we've got Moulan, Trauso, Perrin, Saliba and Debuchy in defence with Mvia and Kabai. Formerly of Newcastle, I believe. Kazri, Buanga and Budabuz. And Diane up front to finish there. And I think we're ready to get going. Empoli versus Saint Etienne. ASSE is on the way. And a pump here to George King, over to Kiafart, and a nice quick pass to Del Buna. Looks to recycle it, and an excellent ball to Kiafart, who goes past him so easy. It's Arnie Pump, and great defended then. And Veer on the ball here for ASSE. Out to Kazri here. Ball to Budabu, who does great to Debuchy, and another lovely quick 1-2. Great defending there from the one to watch himself, Leandro Del Buna. Oof, and very close pass there from Arnie Pump, but it does find his Richie Sausage Muck with a hospital ball, we would say. Sav, what are you thinking of the introduction so far?
Oh, just have to be careful here, but that's cut out and should be dealt with by Strogdump. That's great. Yeah, I don't know, both teams seem a bit cagey so far, but Empoli look good. But again, keep getting caught out. We'll have to see how it goes.
Thank you very much, Sav. And they're in here, and a fantastic tackle from Phil Strogdump. Out to Del Buna, to the captain, George King, that rides a couple of tackles and just manages to get a ball out to Richie Sausage Muck. Not much urgency there from Richie Sausage Muck, who gets it to Jonjo Rigor Mortis with a beautiful cross-the-field pass to Kiafart, who does a really pointless spin there. Leandro Del Buna here, running down the thing. That's a terrible tackle. What have you got to say from that, Sav? Debuchy there.
That was absolutely despicable. I'd have him in the book, and rightly so, Phil Mitchell, rightly so.
That's correct. Matthew Debuchy there with a yellow card, and Phil Mitchell is saying, piss off, no more. And that is a yellow card there, and Debuchy really not happy, but he should be. Del Buna here, ball straight in, but too close to the keeper, who just does enough to get it out. Kabai here to Debuchy, recently booked. doesn't really know what he's doing there. And Pat Cranberry with a great ball. Here's Leandro Del Buna. He's into a great shooting position. It's saved and it's on to Terry Guff. And Grant Mitchell, the goalkeeper, has punched it into his own goal, I believe. Sav, what's gone on here?
Dear me, that is what I would call a hooler. Grant Mitchell palms it in his own net. Give Terry Guff all the credit in the world. He got the shot on target, but that's wank.
Yes, I must agree. That is shite. And a nice little easy goal for Terry Guff. All I would say, Sav, I'm not quite sure that was on target myself. I wouldn't be surprised if that was given as a... No, it has been given to Terry Guff on the 17th minute. 1-0 Empoli. ASSE begin again.
I think that's going to go to the dubious goals panel. That's, for me, that, like you say, that was off target, so that will hopefully be regraded to an own goal.
That is terrible from Phil Strogdump. Very wasteful in such a dangerous position. And Bouanga here is wank. What is he doing? There was so much room and he was walking like he'd shit himself, I believe. Okay, Boudabou here to deliver a ball into the box. Fairly and out by Jonjo Rigamortis. Leandro Del Buna here. You'd think he's going to play in George King, and he's on. Nice little ball, beautiful pass, and Del Buna in that dangerous position. That's a penalty, is it not?
That's offside.
And you can hear what the Empoli home crowd thinks of that. That looked to me like it could have been a shout for a penalty, but it looks like they've checked and cleared it, and it's gone for an Empoli corner, and Leandro Del Buna is about to take. I think they're going to aim for Arnie Pump here. But again, pretty of a paw. And Phil Mitchell has granted that as a free kick, Sav.
That's a strange one. I think it may have just struck him on his arm. So if that was handball, good spot by Phil Mitchell there.
Rightly said there, Sav. That's a great first-time ball. And Boudabou's here on the ball. Again, great defending. Phil Strogdump. And a couple of weird decisions there. So we're going to go down to our pitch side reporter, Len Orange, just to see if there's any hustle and bustle on the sidelines.
Hello, Len Orange here on the touchline. It's safe to say both of the benches are absolutely bemused by some of these refereeing decisions.
That's great insight. Thank you, Len. And Eghorn is in the book there. Looks like Phil Mitchell is happy to hand the cards out today.
I think he's showed a bit too much of that Viking ferocity there.
I think we've got some static on the here. Here's Richie Sausage Muck. Nice little pass out to the left back Kia Fart, who does a great pass to George King, and that's it. He's setting his afterburners off, and he's getting pulled back by, I think that's Debucci again, who's already booked. He needs to be careful. Oh, and again he's done great there at the end. Maybe a bit greedy from George King. Oh, I tell you what, the Empoli crowd again are not happy. Here's Terry Guff. Great shot! Very close to 2-0, Sav.
Again, I think you've just got gravity to blame here. That's a fucking beautiful strike. And I just thought, I don't know about you, Kevin, I thought that was going to nestle in the top bends.
Yes, same here, Sav. I was expecting to see that net do a bit of a wobble. It's a missed pass there, but George King's back, and it's out to Rog Hoggart's got some lovely, lovely jogging bottoms on. Got a pass out here to Kia Fart. Straight out to Leandro Del Buna, who's been very busy. Here's George King, the captain. Great ball to the back. And good defending, just as Saint Etienne needed to. Out to Vladimir Eghorn here. Pass straight back to Richie Sausage Muck. And that is not bad effort at all. Oh, God, he's hocking. And he's blowing air. I hope he's okay. It's a good effort there from Richie Sausage Muck. I would say that. I really would say that. Multiple times. And Moulin Rouge here is about to kicked it straight down the field, and Pat Cranberry has missed that. Phil Strogdump again didn't know who was behind him, so straight back to Roger Hogg.
What's he doing?
I'm not sure what he's doing. He keeps going. I've seen this lately in a couple of games. Goalkeepers now have really got a lot to say about themselves, but he's done a great ball to Kia Fart, who's really tame. Poor. And then he just kind of jumps off his feet. Very bizarre. Here's Boudabou to hopefully start a move for ASSE. Here's Donner. Again, holds the ball, keeps it, and keeps possession very nicely. Throwing now, and about to be taken by Boudabous, who'll do a quick one straight back, and it's back to Saliba here. Boudabous again, seen in a lot of ball for Saint Etienne. That's a terrible tackle. I think he could be in trouble here, Sav.
Yes, you can see George King and Fart pleading, but it isn't going to be heeded. Del Buna's gone right on half-time. What a silly fool.
What a reckless challenge. And I think that our analysis guy said he was the one to watch. He's been on the screen constantly, and that would maybe has come back to bite him. Empoli down to 10 men. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse. Ball in. It's a great ball, actually. Poor defending. And it is 1-1. Saint Etienne get a goal back. Could not have ended a better half for them. It's a bit weird, I will say that. But, you know, they've got to be happy. And look at those crowds.
Well, that is one of the worst pieces of defending I think I've ever laid my eyes on. He just tamely headed it right down to the attacker, and he couldn't miss from there. Absolute poo.
Yes, and that was definitely Pat Cranberry at fault there, the centre-back, Sav. Yeah, and Donner, Lewis Donner, has got a goal back. And really, that is from a pretty comfortable position, and that is half-time. Empoli 1, Saint Etienne 1. And I believe we're going to go down to our pitchside reporter, Len Orange.
Hello, Len Orange here in the tunnel. It is half-time in what is been a mouth-watering game, it's safe to say. The score is 1 apiece at half-time. I'm here in the tunnel. There's all sorts of kerfuffling going on. Can't wait for the second half. Let's go.
Brilliant, thank you, Len. We'll see what's going to happen on probably a very eventful second half here. And we just got some... That was a fantastic... Some highlights, sorry, to look back on of the first half. Phil Strogdon with an excellent tackle. And, well, as we said, he was definitely the one to watch was Del Buna.
Do you think that might have wound Del Buna up? Because he obviously went on to get sent off, but that wasn't a great tackle on him, was it?
No, it wasn't, Tab, but again here he was cutting in and dangerous on that left side, and we'll see here. I don't think that was on target. I think Grant Mitchell has made a boo-boo. And Terry Guff there. I don't know, it doesn't look like he's maybe present or know what's happening. If anything, that should be a red card from Vladimir Eghorn. And here was that long shot from Terry Guff. He did nearly guff the ball into the top corner there. So unlucky. You're talking centimetres, Sav.
Yeah, that was inches away, and as we said in commentary, beautiful technique, and you did expect it. And here we go. That is the absolutely blatant red card from Leandro.
Yeah, you could see there he was off the ground. He wasn't really in control, and it was studs up. So Phil Mitchell really didn't have much chance. And if you didn't think it could get worse for Empoli, shocking defending from Pat Cranberry. He's basically jogging. And I don't think Rog Hogg had much of a chance there. And an excellent end to the half for Saint Etienne, also known as ASSE. Half-time, Empoli 1, ASSE 1. And second half is underway. Saint Etienne starting off, and it's Perrin here who does a ball straight into the... Oh, Richie Sausage, what's he... So early on. If you didn't think it could get much worse. He's kicked him in the cock. Deary me, that's appalling. Did you ever do something like that, Sav, in your playing days?
I did. I booted someone really hard in the cook because they really annoyed me, but I wouldn't do that now. Oh.
Good to know. And it's backed, cleared it. Poor defence, you got to say, to Terry Guff and Arnie Pump here, holding it up lovely. Maybe done a bit too much there, but it looks like he's going to go all the way, and he has spooned it. That is really poor for a striker of Arnold Pump's calibre, I would say. And Moulin Rouge is going to do the goal kick here. Blast it straight out, hoping that Dione, also known as Donner, I believe, by his friends. It's passed out here to Vladimir Eghorn, who again has to be in trouble. Sorry, he's in trouble, so he needs to be careful. It's Richie Sausage Muck here. Just... Yeah, he read that. He read that very well there, did Grant Mitchell. Captain George King. What was that noise? Kia Fart. Back to George King. This is lovely football. Great defending there from Debuchy. George King's looking a bit upset there. And I believe we're going to have a substitution here. Richie Sausage Muck is going off for Chumba. And he looks very upset, but, you know, he did kick someone in the cock and he was booked. And the team are down to 10, so they're in a difficult position here. Chumba straight into the action with a nice deep ball, but that is poor. That is poor, Sav.
Yeah, you expected a lot better from John Joe Rigor Mortis. He is a hell of a player, but that was really, really poor.
I agree, that was shit. Here we go, talking of the devil. John Joe Rigor Mortis, nice ball, straight out to the fresh legs on the field. It's Baki Chumba, who does a nice little turn, and they're just not closing him down. And he had much more time on the ball there. Baki Chumba looks quite like the lead actress for The Last of Us. And it's a goal kick again, and Moulin Rouge here is about to take the goal kick. He is wasting a bit of time, you know, they're down to 10 men. You'd think that Saint-Etienne could maybe go, and but they just seem to be doing that all the time. Well, this time it does work. It's out to Boudabou, does a nice quick pass on to Donna, back to Boudabou. That's great play. And on to Khazri here, and it's this time he did do his job. Although a poor pass again. Pat Cranberry is not having a great game. George King here with a bit of time. Empoli could do some danger here, and Arnie Pump. Straight down, that's a great ball. John Joe Rigor Mortis and the 10 men are up 2-1, Sav.
Yes, beautiful. Absolutely. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
That's a wonderful dance. He won't stop. He might injure himself. He's stopped now. That's a great goal. Talk us through it, Sav.
Well, that ball in from the left-hand side is absolutely devastating. And who's there? Who else but John Joe Rigor Mortis in a vein rich of form. Beautiful goal. And can you believe it, Kevin? The 10 men of Empoli have come back against ASSE, and now they've got a lead to hold on to.
Yes, and as you see, John Joe Rigor Mortis there really shaking what his mama gave him. That's 2-1. 2-1. And they've now got something to defend here of the home team. And you can hear that certainly the Empoli crowd, they do have some expectations on. They've only got sort of half an hour or so to try and ease out. And Vladimir Eghorn starts that really well. Terry Guff back helping the team. Great player. Great piece of play. And here he is again, John Joe Rigor Mortis running down the line. Oh, and that's great defending right at the end by Bouanga to stop a certain tapping for 3-1. The 10 men are really turning it on, Sav.
Yeah, great football. And here they go. They're in again. Rigor Mortis, that man again. Lovely little cut back. Is he going to find anyone? And that was shite.
Yeah, Sav, I must say that was really shit. And Khazri here, back to Donna. Nice little triangle there. And Via out to Bouanga. And Vladimir Eghorn, you could say he was taking his time there. Obviously, got to be careful with the booking. And Roghog well out to stop Donna there. Here's Phil Strogdump, always so impressive as a defender. Captain George King with an absolute delicious ball to Vladimir Eghorn. Works it out to Baki Chumba, who was just not very strong there, and great defending from Saint-Etienne. Right, Paul, it's Khazri here, back to Envia, who does a great ball over the top, but can Cranberry get there? He does great, and he does look like he's working his behind off, Sav, to try and make up for that mistake.
Yes, I definitely think that mistake's rattled him at half-time. But here we go in again, and Rigor Mortis, oh my word, what an effort. He's really having a good second half.
Yes, John Joe Rigor Mortis is definitely the talisman for this Empoli team this half. And a good save from Grant Mitchell. He didn't palm it in the net this time. ASSE have made a substitution here with Abbey coming on for Bouanga. It's a free kick all the way out to Terry Guff, and it's cleared off the line. The 10 men are really roaring. Kiafart chasing here, and he manages to do enough. Pat Cranberry again cleaning it up. George King wanting to recycle it and do nice little 1-2s, and Strogdump, the centre-back here, is really marching. Eventually finds George King. That you can tell they're just wanting to sort of just sort of wanting to recycle it. George King here, ball in, just bit, not enough on it, not enough pace. And Boudabou, unlucky there from George King, who you can see he's still chasing, but he looks like he's shit himself. He's absolutely bollocksed. And you could see that it's an wayward tackle. And now rigor mortis, as they really need to pull pointless step overs from Cabaye. Donna here, and that is phenomenal from Phil Strogdump to surely help themselves here. And Len Orange, Taddy Shannon's coming on.
Hello, Len Orange here with a substitution report. Sponsored by Wellamoose. Taddy Shannon will be coming on for King.
Brilliant, thank you, Len. And we can see here Taddy Shannon coming on for George King, who I'm not surprised. He looked absolutely dead on his feet. He's had a right shift there. Vladimir Eghorn trying to mark up there, but leaving a bit of space. But he read that well, and amazing just to leave it for Rog Hogg. Here he goes. Vladimir Eghorn's got a lot of field to go for, and he does a nice little dainty pass over to Baki Tune. Nice pass, and here's Arnie Pump. Also looks like he's running on. He turns in. He has a shot, and just wide, and that really would have been curtains for Saint Etienne, Sav.
Yes, and I mean, you'd have put your hoosh on him to get a goal from there. You don't put it past Arnie Pump. But as we see Edgar about to come on, I think that's probably job done, wouldn't you say, Kevin?
I would say so. They've had a fantastic second half, and John Joe Rigor-Mortis really was the talisman for that. Edgar Wank is on here. Whether he's going to get a touch of the ball, we'll have to see. Moulon out here looking to find Boudabou, who you can say has been a definite source of inspiration for them. They've definitely tried the best, but again, they couldn't have had a better ending to the first half. Edgar Wank here, and that was Wank, living up to his name there. Yoan Cabaye here, but they're nearly out of time. Saint Etienne have, and that is, it's game over. Empoli 2, Saint Etienne ASSE 1. Sav, talk us through the game.
Well, you could definitely feel the pendulum swinging in that game, momentum shifting one way to the other. And I mean, at half-time, with that really crucial equaliser on half-time, I thought ASSE would go on and win it, but we really did see a great show of resilience from Empoli second half. And, you know, that class of 99 rated players, it really did show through. What a great game.
Absolutely, Sav. Well put there. A really tight game. It had a lot of drama, top to bottom. A red card. Could have had more. Instead, we saw the new winger, Richie Sausage Mutt, kicking someone in the cock. Again, the keeper managed to palm it away into a good area. Terry Guff pounced on it. And I think that was going across the box. I'm not even sure it was onside. And Grant Mitchell did very foolish to punch it in the net. I mean, that, for me, was a straight red from Vladimir Eghorn. You could see the anger in his face, and this certainly was a straight red. Like I said earlier, the analysis said the player to watch, and he certainly was. Constantly on the screen, constantly in the drama, Leandro Del Buna. Hopefully, in coming games, we'll see more of him. And then if you thought it couldn't get worse, it certainly did. Such bad defending from Pat Cranberry. Rog Hogg tried his best, but I don't think there was much saving that. Was there a sniper in the stand there? I saw a flash. Anyway, here's Richie Sossimug again. If you watch here, the referee, Phil Mitchell, was just in the way, but he kicked him in the cock. Amazing, really. And again, he was lucky to have a yellow card. Lucky it didn't go to RAV. And here, Arnie Pump, number 69, with a ball straight from the gods and Mount Olympus itself. And John Joe Rigor-Mortis with another goal. What a special player. And not just a special player, he's got some wonderful dance moves, Sav.
Yes, I've not done that in a long time, but what a game. And thanks for joining us, folks. It's a goodbye from me.
This is Gantry Gaffes. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.